My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire. We're going to be continuing with the Bard. Yeah, I did think I was going to be on Ascension 2, but I'm still on Ascension 1. I think the unlock for Ascension 2 didn't happen because I had the boss relic that was changing the level of Ascension that I was technically on in that run. So I completed Ascension 6, not Ascension 1. I suspect that's probably what's going on here. Ooh, Peace Pipe. You can now remove cards from your deck at rest sites. Well, I've been trying to think about this. Let's actually have a quick duck out of this for a second. I've been trying to think about this after it was brought up to me in, I believe, Discord. That is to say, what kind of a small deck can be built with this character? Hang on, where is the actual... No, don't abandon the room. The card library, the Bard. Right. So, what builds a small deck for this character? Like, the most obvious thing for me is a... Ooh. What is Wish? Choose any non-rare bet. Oh, cool. So it's the ability to fish out another one. The thing that obviously stands out to me is taking Magnum Opus. It's not that easy to get, but picking up Magnum Opus and then just having Magnum Opus as well as a card that benefits really well from it, effectively. What else seems to lend itself towards a thin deck here? Yeah, okay, that could be cool. Not a thin deck card, though. Thin deck, thin deck, thin deck. Deal damage equal to twice your temporary... not necessarily. Your note queue contains no notes. Perform any medley. Melody, sorry, my bad. Is there anything that's like gain inspiration? All inspiration cards you play for the rest of this combat gain you even more inspiration, but it's not a power, so I get to play it multiple times. Prismatic Spray obviously lends itself to a thin deck, right? Because you have all those zero-cost random attacks in your deck, although it is very random. No, I'm not seeing anything that's an obvious thin deck build. Just giving it a little bit more of a look here, doing my due diligence. Yeah, nothing here seems to lend itself exclusively to a thin deck. So we can remove cards from our deck, but I don't know if there's any kind of like one card win conditions a la Rampage or Noxious Fumes. I don't know, what would it be for the Silent? If the Silent has one, of course. Star Barrage for Marissa would be another example. We can dodge a bunch of elites here in order to get as many upgrades as possible, get those upgrades, and just remove cards. Yeah, let's remove a bunch of cards from the deck. Hit him, hit him. I'll take the attack up, Inspire, get ready to hit him and hit him. I don't want to take 1 damage here. Fine. I'll do it the boring way. Ugh. Inspiration had to hit my riposte there, or I was going to be taking 1 damage. Lingering Echo. Deal 9 damage. The next card you play this turn remains in your hand. Now that's obviously... Oh, that's interesting. But this is obviously incredible for a... Obviously incredible for a type of build that has a bunch of zero costs in it. Sift is just great, though. Sift feels like a... Not an insta-take. What would you call it? One sec. 1, 2... I'll gain my dex and then attack. Beautiful. Insta-pick? Snap-pick? I don't know why I'm having so much difficulty with words recently, but it's a weird feeling. Usually tripping off the top of the tongue pretty easily, but today, I don't know what it is about today, but every word confuses me. I just didn't get enough sleep, I think it is. Uh-huh. Yeah, got him. Alright. Oh, another Sift. Ooh, let's do it. It's more important that I just get them upgraded, but take what I can get. Alright. Unfortunately, do have to take 2 here. Sift him. Sift him. And that's enough blocks so I can inspire the strike instead. Don't need to cast a block here. Alright, we're good. So unless I have a debuff, I can't do any of the damage small, medium, or large. So that's something I should be considering, right? That's something that I should kind of drill into my head. Ooh, prismatic spray. Gain energy equal to its cost. Prismatic spray's X cost. I'm never adding another card to this deck. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, this is gonna be so good. My understanding is that, what am I trying to say here? Ryan, brain, please, work. Yeah, my understanding is that, the cost of an X card is considered to be your current, largest amount of energy. So for that reason, it should refund 3 energy, or if I have an energy relic, 4 energy. Obviously, this one's prismatic spray, though. Really? We constantly get dropkick when we're in this fight. It's wild. Yeah, I guess I'll wake him up. Up you get, bud. Hey there, sleepyhead. Where you going? I don't need to do anything but defend there. If blood for blood is a little bit of a problem, surely. There's nothing I can do that only takes red and blue. Right? So for that reason, really doesn't matter what order I attack in. Well, never mind, it does, right? Do I want to start a next combo? Red starts a small Inspire combo that I could actually get off, so I do want red to be the final card that I play. So I'll play a defend here, and then go for the damage. Makes no difference here. Works out in the end, though. Centennial Puzzle, the first time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards, as well as 6/4 time? No. No. Not taking any more cards. We're doing thin deck. I'm going to take the heal here, actually. Both of these sifts need to be upgraded as well. Toxic Egg, whenever you add a skill card to your deck, upgrade it. Oh. Whoa. I love it. Smith again, get the next sift upgraded. Beautiful. Attack, riposte, get strength up. Beautiful. Give me some AoE from my prismatic, please. Oh, that actually lost us. I don't know if I'm going to play prismatic anymore with only 2 here. Yeah, I don't think I will. Let's go for a small block there. Continue again. Oof. Oh, that was awful. Eey, those sifts are not going to work well in this combat. Sadly. Alright, frontliner is... You know what? I have to take the 9 this turn. Kill the frontliner. Because most of my defensive cards just went past. Prismatic gets us... Lingering? Ooh, Lingering is really good here. I don't even care about the rests. Nate. I'm not doing anything with my notes at this point. I could not care less about the... I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I could not care less. Could not care less. Could not care less. I can't believe I got caught out by that. I'm going to be sad about the fact that I almost made... Well, I guess I did almost make that mistake. I caught myself out until the end of time. Doot. Sphere of Dissonance. At the start of each combat, apply 3 vulnerability to a random enemy. as well as Doot Doot. Choose 2 notes to queue. Hell yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm not gonna take it because I already got the whole thing that I'm doing. I was pretty clear I'm gonna do the thing with the prismatic spray. It's gonna be dumb, and I shouldn't be doing it. But when has that ever stopped me? What do you mean that's not a good point? What do you mean I should reassess my life based on that principle? You're a funny one. I'm gonna go for the prismatic here. Oh, you can get bites? Damn. Unfortunately, ukulele does nothing, nor does body slam. I wasn't planning on getting 2 attacks there that did nothing for me. Clearly I should have been planning on it, because that's how it went down. I'm looking for lethal next turn, but the possibility of biting as well. Good thing I saved it. Alright. Oh, they're all pre-upgraded. Double your dex. Damn. Exhaustive 3 as well. You only need 1 point of dex and then a couple plate. Oh, that makes us so defensive. Oh, it's so good in a thin deck as well, but I said I wasn't going to add cards, but I've added this card right now. I have to add that card. You kidding me, right? I have to add that card. All right. Toke is the most important thing that I can do. Sup, boss? All right, I'm going to do 2 sifts here. So if I play 2 defense, get my point of dex, then I play haste and set myself up with an inspire. Next turn, obviously, I'm going to be playing 2 defense, get myself another point of dex. I'm also going to inspire the riposte there. Was that entirely unnecessary? Yes. Yes, it was. Haste into Sift. Ooh, into Haste. Just casual 17 damage block, don't mind me. I'm gonna also take my Divine Protection from the correct ordering of those cards there. As long as I have a defend in each hand. Well, as long as I have a defend in each hand, I am a fine. Not a huge fan of the fact that I keep getting Prismatic Shift, Prismatic Spray, rather, in the exact same hand that I don't want it in, but guess that's gotta happen. Shifting is oh my god, we got such good results. What on earth? That's a 4 mana and a 3 mana card. Each of them working perfectly with one another. In an excellent concert. It really feels like I should be throwing this vulnerability potion, but I am dealing a lot of damage per turn. It's just I don't know if it's going to be enough in time to prevent the enemy from doing its attack. Yeah, this one. Thankfully, it's not that bad for me, really. I have a ridiculous amount of decks. The problem is going to be those burns. As those burns continue to dilute our deck, we're going to be in a position where life becomes tragic. Or it possibly could have. It looks like we're going to be fine. That looks a little less fine, but at the very least, the Divine Protection's got my back. By Hexaghost, and hello to... Oh, come on. Right? You can't... Really? Am I... It's overkill, right? It's way overkill. It's way overkill. I can't do it. It would... It's way overkill. Snecko Eye, unfortunately, randomizes the costs of cards that you draw. So the big problem for that... Cut enough cards from this deck, play Prismatic Spray, then just have play Prismatic Spray when I have 1 mana, and then just sift into the extra card constantly, and there's an infinite here, which is the ultimate thin deck. I just need to figure out how it works. It's there. I can smell it. Yes, that sounded weird, and I stand by it. We're all a little bit weird. You've got to embrace it, frankly. Inspire's still in the deck. I don't like the 1 in 4 that I'll not get a good Prismatic Spray here, rather. Ugh. Let's inspire, defend, haste. Go for that small block there. Ooh, look at that haste. Inspire, defend, did I? What? Do I not? Okay. So the what? Okay. So what happened there is I'm dumb. Is what happened there. I gave myself strength somehow. I was trying to get dex. So yeah, don't do what I do, because what I do is done by someone who's dumb, evidently. At the very least in this instance. Not a huge fan of beating yourself up constantly, but maybe a little bit from time to time, you know, keep it spicy. Gamble? I mean, unnecessary, right? But could be useful. Most of my things are skills. So this just draws a skill and makes it 0 cost. But it's an extra card in the deck. But I should also pretty much know what's in the deck at that point. Alright. So, Ice Cream is here. Wish. Choose any non-rare bad card. Bard card, rather. Permanently replace this with the chosen card. Non-rare. Alright. Well, I kind of... Whoa, don't want to tab out. Hang on. I do have to go and have a look at the card list. Any non-rare card. Ooh, we could get a defend. That could be good. Alright, what can we actually get? Oh my... I just realized. This card's damage is affected by dex in addition to strength. It's Balestra. It's the card we're looking for. Just so you know, the card that we are looking for is Balestra. No, not Belegda. Balestra. Purity actually allows us to clear so many cards out of our hands. I think I don't want it, though. I think ideally my deck just waits until it has the ability to do itself. This is almost always a skill. Funny about that. Wish. Can I have a Balestra, please? Oh, and it's upgraded. For me. Let's go. Defend. I'll hit my defense up there. Yeah, and then I'll do everything wrong after that if I can, just casually. Defend. Defense up. Haste. Sift. gamble. I know that's going to get me sift, right? So skill, give me sift. Sift gives me, oh, look, haste. Hilarious about that. And then I'm going to sift, and then I'm going to gamble because these are all skill cards in my discard pile. Perfect. Skill card, give me that. Ooh, it's a haste. Hilarious about that. It's wild to play the Prismatic Spray. Prismatic Spray is now garbage in this deck, by the way, but 21 damage of all times? That's pretty good. Ryan, calm down. Sorry, I'm really excited. I just like things like this. This is my favorite. I've mentioned it before, but taking wholly functional rule sets and finding ways, unique ways with which to interact with them in order to get a broken result is my favorite thing by far about every roguelike I've ever played. Sift. I hope my excitement is more contagious than it is frustrating. I think I want to remove Riposte because it's just another attack. I don't need any attacks except for Balestro in this deck. Upgrade all strikes and defense. Pretty good. But removing cards is better. We do need to make sure that we do get decks, so I can't cut these defends yet. I need something that gets me them. The decks, that is. Gamble draws a skill. Whew, that's a good one. Inspire, defend. I'll take my defense up. Neat. Ooh, full hand. So, after I exhaust those two cards, we end up with a deck that is very, I know exactly what this kind of deck is. Do that, and then I'm going to gamble into a skill, then I'm going to do that, then I'm going to sift. Unfortunately, that hidden gamble is pretty bad, but, no, fine. I'm going to get the skill here. Sift, unfortunately, can only get gambled now, so it doesn't even get us extra energy. I do need an energy relic as well if I really want to get this going, but I'll take it at the moment. It's Balestra, and I'm going to draw the attack. I'm going to Balestra, and I'm going to sift. I think I'll probably Balestra after that. Dex potion. Wee, hang on. No, none of those. Just had to make sure that neither of those, or none of those was going to give me 2 defenses in a row, because 2 defenses in a row is the best thing that we are capable of getting. How about we take a free skill? Oh, free skill. Don't mind if I do. Defends. Get my point of dex. Time to sift. Haste it up. Defends. Get another point of dex. Throw out the inspire. Beautiful. Alright, now we're set up to win. Which is wild as hell that we can do that. Let me just quickly haste. Gamble being 0 cost is actually bad for me right now. Draw skill. I'll haste again. Giant defend, and Balestra, Sif, Balestra, etc., etc. We got this. Just draw that Balestra, thank you. Perfect. More bank. Whenever you climb a floor, gain 12 gold. No longer works when you spend any gold at a shop. No, thank you. If the enemy is vulnerable, get 8 temporary HP instead. This is something I do want to know about Feast on Fear. Gain 8 block. If the enemy is vulnerable, gain 8 temporary HP instead. Does this imply that the amount of temporary HP is going to increase with Dex? Because if it doesn't, then if the enemy is vulnerable, occasionally you will end up defending for less. Because the block is definitely affected by Dex, right? So if you have 50 Dex, like I occasionally do, 58 block, if the enemy is vulnerable, gain 8 temporary HP instead. Significantly worse, right? I'm not even gonna look at it, not even gonna test it. Don't need to. Why? Because don't need to. Did I say that before? Let's token. Spire does seem like a little bit of a bad card right now. It does exhaust out of the deck really, really quickly, but if it screws up my first Sift, I'm pretty sad about it. Oh, damn it. I'm going to take the special relic. If only. So they used to be... I think it was blank. So I think it was from Infinite Spire. There used to be mutagenic dexterity. Start each combat with 3 decks at the end of your first turn, lose 3 decks. If only. Only that was still in the game at this point in time. Turnip, you can become frail. Great for us. Sift? Ooh! What? Huh? Hang on. Oh, okay, so Sift cost me 1. Right? Prismatic was drawn. Prismatic had 2, or rather I had 2 energy at the time. It gave me 2 back. It worked perfectly as intended. I was dumb. I was dumb that I was like, what? Because it shouldn't have been what? It should have been a but instead I, what? Gamble? Could go for a cheeky wee gamble here. Ooh, what a gamble. Paid off. I'm gonna go defend. Hit my... Pick up there, and there. Then I'll haste, defend, getting myself another point of dex. Burn out Prismatic Spray. Prismatic Spray actually needs to leave this deck at this point in time as well. Skill, if that gets Sift, didn't. If it had have gotten Sift, we would have been in a great position, though. Thank you for the extra haste. Haste, and then... Gamble into a skill. Didn't get a Sift, unfortunately. Sift gets a Sift, at least. We'll... I'm effectively just doing this to try and build a little bit of energy. Do I have the ability to build infinite energy right now? No, because the gamble will be drawn by the Sift now at this point, and then I can't get any extra energy. That makes sense. 1, 2, take that. Then I'll take a skill. Sift gets me defend. Sift again. Gamble gets me. Sift again. Gamble gets me. I'll Sift again, I guess. Should I get my extra point of dex up here, I guess? Makes sense. Get 'em, boys. Uh-oh. Attack? Ooh, knew it. I was just gonna use a potion if it didn't work. All right. Molten egg. Whenever you have an attack target to your deck, upgrade it. No, why? I'm never doing that. You can't make me. You're not my real game. Bestoke. Yeah, I think I've already probably remarked on that one before. So, like, one of the big things about Leolof being the bard that I keep talking about over the course of playing this, because they were my bard in D&D, or rather my most recent bard in D&D. One of the best things about Leolof is that they weren't flavored as a magic user, despite the fact that we were playing in 5th edition for this one, so they were a full spellcaster. But they weren't playing as a magic user. They were effectively playing as a really, really lucky person. The entire idea of this character was that if this universe as a simulation was run trillions of times, this is the only one in which Leolof is still alive. So anytime that Leolof, like, missed an attack, I would just use, like, different re-rolling perks like Lucky, so that I could just re-roll the attack and try and hit. And it was always flavored as, well, the initial one missed, but then... The funny thing is, you whiffed the shot so hard that you threw it, it hit a rock in the background further off in the forest, collided with the rock in such a fashion that it launched itself into the air, the knife that you'd thrown. I was throwing cards at the time, but doesn't matter. Launched itself into the air with such force that it took out a bird that happened to be holding a coconut. That's right, that sparrow had the ability to grip it by the husk. The coconut falls from the sky up until terminal velocity, clonks the goblin on the head, goblin dies, right? That was always, if I missed initially, re-rolled and hit the hit. But Bestow Curse was Leoloth imparting bad luck on someone else, and then something awful would happen to them after that, right? So depends on the effect that was inflicted by Bestow Curse. If you're familiar with D&D, there's a couple of different effects you can inflict. But depends on the effect that was inflicted, but it would manifest different ways on those enemies, and they would just become really unlucky. And like, for instance, they would try and draw a rapier, and they would try and rush towards my character, but they would fumble the rapier, drop the rapier on the ground in such a fashion that it digs into the dirt directly in front of them. They tripped over a rock and fell on their own rapier. Right, straight through the stomach. That kind of thing. God, I loved that character so much. Card removal it's prismatic, right? Prismatic would be good for energy generation if it was more reliable, but it's not. Because the first time I draw it, I'm never drawing it again. So, not really. 10 block on turn 1 is surprisingly good for us. Really good. I like yours. Thank you. Don't care about removing cards anymore, right? Does Gamble do anything good in this deck? Gamble does something good in this deck. It gets Balestra back. Right? Because other than that, right, imagine I have no Balestra, right? So imagine my hand is 9 cards. It's going to take a little bit to visualize this, right? So 9 cards without Gamble, right? I play Balestra, I play Sift. Sift draws into Balestra, but not itself. Gives me 2 energy. I play Balestra with the 2 energy that I get, so let's like track the energy, right? So I have 3 energy at the start of this turn. I play Balestra, I have 2 energy. I play Sift, it gives me back 2 energy, I have Balestra. I play Balestra, I can't do anything else after that. Gamble is necessary. I mean, I do have the ability to remove it in the next space, but I'm just going to take the 100 so that I can go up in this direction and not regret my life when I get to the elite. Balestra. Nice. Fight. Defend, defend, haste. Sift first here. Sift second here as well. Don't know what I'm going to do third, though. Let's get the defense up before I do something stupid. I'm going to gamble on a skill, play that skill, play this skill, get another defense up. This is going to make the haste accumulate a lot more quickly. So now it's haste, defend, defend. I'll gamble into a free sift, play the sift. Hopefully that doesn't draw a gamble. It didn't. Great. I will defense up and hasten again. Alright. Balestra. Ah, I love it. Heroism. That's a nice cap piece instead of like a defend. So like I replace a defend with a heroism here. It's really good. Okay. Sift. Sift could be bad if it hits the gamble, but it could be good if it hits Balestra. Hits Balestra and the gamble. Neat. In that order as well. The perfect order for it. I'll defend and then heroism. So this gives me my defense up. And then I can play 2 more defense here. Skill, neat. I can play 2 more defense here, getting another defense up, and then hasten after that. Wee. So heroism, yeah, okay, so the temporary HP is not increasing with dex. That is to be expected. But still, aww. Wounds! Wounds! How'd that wound up in my deck? Sorry, how has that wound up in my deck? I've only ever read that. Go haste? I think I do go haste. Haste again. And then just go for a natural defend, I suspect, here. Taskmaster actually needs to die first. This is almost never correct to kill the Taskmaster first, but if I don't, I lose. So that makes it a little bit more correct. Let's get a... I'm gonna hope this Balestra so I can kill the frontliner. Wasn't Balestra. I don't even get to draw Balestra this time. Oh, never mind, I do. There we go. Oh, but I don't get to cast it. That makes sense. Just gonna get an extra point of defense up. And draw some extra cards. That'll do. Balestra, and then I'm gonna try and sift, get me attack. Oh god, again? Thankfully I have temporary HP. Alright. Pendant every that attack you play deals double damage. Gain 10 temporary HP, gain 2 additional temporary HP for every new. Too expensive. We do actually need to remove now a defend from the deck, so token. Goods. Alright, champ. What's up? Sup, champ? Defend, heroism. That'll take my first point of dex. Then... I guess I sift again, right? As long as I don't hit gamble, I'm fine. Great. Gamble was the second card I hit. That's cool. Now I can defend heroism, getting another point of dex, and then defend to set myself up for even another point of dex. And I get all that juicy temporary HP. Skill, great. Let's go defend heroism. And that's another defense up. Great. Now we can haste. This is gonna be good. Guess I'll just haste. Sift into the haste. Probably haste after that. I'm gonna gamble into the sift. And hold. Cool. Balestra. Gamble into... No! It was an attack card! I hit the wrong button. It's my bad. Balestra. Gamble into an attack. I know. Funny that. Sift, hoping for Balestra first, and we got it. Right. Perfect. No. No? None of this? I can't play Balestra after Focused. If it was Refund 2, then, I mean, come on. It would still not be necessary. But Wish. No, I don't think I need it. Perform every possible medley. No. Alright, bounce. Gain energy and transform 2 cards at the start of your turn. No. I really want energy, but no. Transforming cards is real bad for me right now. And I'm not going to use the Hollow Soul, so we've spoken about that before. I'm going to take the White Beast statue. Thinking I'd actually really like to go to the heart with this build. Woohoo! Nice hit on Balestra, though. And Heroism. Take my defense up. And then... let's gamble on a skill. Play that. Hit gamble first. I deserve that. I guess I can get 1 energy back. Do I want to start hasting? Yeah. I oftentimes tend to overkill it with the haste, so... don't need to do it so much. It's haste and sift. Haste and sift. I'm gonna gamble into this, then play Heroism, sift hopefully back into Heroism again. Thank you. And then go for block medium. I can't help but feel there is some ordering of these cards that... I'm doing it right now, aren't I? No, it only works if it hits sift, yeah. I was about to say, I can't help but feel there's some ordering of these cards that would constantly get a cycle going on, but no. Not right now, I don't believe. Attack. Didn't need the right cards. That's fine though, already set up for the next turn. Got him. Oh. Also going to drop the fire potion for our power potion, just in case. Oh. That's really frustrating. Alright, we'll lose gamble. Hopefully there's a gamble in this shop to make up for it. There's a second Balestra. Damn it. Alright, what do I do now? My life just got destroyed. What do I do? How do I go on? Gamble was always... No, Ryan. I was legitimately about to say gamble was always a gamble. Draw 2 cards. Put a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. That makes sure that gamble would have always worked as well. Oh, you suck. Oh no! Wait, no. This is bad with sift in the deck. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise, and I've been misestimating the effectiveness of gamble. No, okay, so the deck is 9 cards large, right? The possibility exists on the first turn. Each of these characters puts a burn in my draw pile and my discard pile, and then I could easily just lose with bad draws. No need to be greedy. Exactly, game. Exactly my point. Seriously, you stole that point from me. Game. Credit where credit's due. That was my point. Go for defense up. I really want the oddly smooth stone. It's the thing I want the most. Real nice if we get it. Okay, and now... I think think maybe it's time to start balestering. Balestra a Sift. And a Balestra to you, sir, as well. That's not going to be enough, is it? 200 damage in a single hit. Not enough. Wild. Truly, truly wild stuff. There we go. Lantern! Start each combat with additional energy. That's so good. Gamble? I don't know if I take it anymore. I'm fine without it. And it removes that random element of, oh, damn, am I going to screw this up with a gamble? Again, I do recognize what I've just said. Yeah, defense up. Neat. Those burns are a problem, so we're not going to want... Oh, you did double burn on the first turn and you're going to do it on the second turn? Now that's just rude. So I'll kill you for it. No need for any of that. Hello, transient. Oh, you're a funny one, aren't you, bud? This one's just not going out well for you. You know that, right, transient? You do you not? Defend, heroism, popping all the defense up. Okay. Haste, sift, haste. Sift, defend? Oh gosh, that was really poorly handled on my part. I don't know what I thought I was doing that turn. Final haste, first Balestra. Offense is defense in this fight. Balestra sift. Take my attack up so that I can Balestra again. Balestra sift. A good Balestra sift to you, sir. Nothing needed out of those. And Potion Belt, pumping up game 2 potion slots. But it's up against Sapphire Key. Alright, Reptimancer kills me. So does Nemesis. I have to leave. That could have been real bad. I mean, I can just Balestra on turn 1 here for 48 damage. That's so close to killing that Jawworm. Oh, that sucks. Defend, heroism. I'll take my defense up. Now I guess I could just Balestra to kill the Jawworm. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna still heroism defend here so that I can get back into Dex as a build. Heroism, defend again, take another defense up. Great. Now we can haste, sift, lock, and haste. Balestra, sift, Balestra is lethal next turn. And we take no damage in this combat. Perfect. Fine. Fine. Look, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, right? Let's do it. Yeah. We'll do that. Yeah. Finesse is obviously a problem when it's in that position, but it's also a free draw. And a free defend. I'm gonna just double haste here. That seemed incorrect to me. I'm gonna haste, finesse, sift, haste, finesse. Good, it appears to be working. Then I will haste, heroism, and casually deal ridiculous amount of damage. Okay, well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if that's useful. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be useful. Peace out to the left here. All right. Let's take the defense up and then double haste this turn. Those dazes are actually a little annoying. They just went from a little annoying to... Oh, God, really? That's the most annoying you can get. And again. So... Haste into... Haste. Whole deck is those. So I already know what the deck is. Cool. And I'll take myself an extra point of a D. I really hate when the repulsors just put dazed in your deck constantly. It's so frustrating to me. Because you're only drawing one new card a turn. At that rate, at least. Let's go block medium. And then we've got the kill next turn. That'll do it. Amberless Brew? No. Apply weaken vulnerability? No. Happy Flower? Yes. Every 3 turns gaining intangibility. Not tangibility, sorry, gain energy. Spire, Shield, and Spear are going to be a problem, but Awakened one shouldn't be. So, can we stop always hitting the finesse in the sifts? Like, it's always happening to us now. Does make up a little bit from the fact that we were getting really, really ungodly lucky earlier, but also, can we go back to that? I actually enjoyed that. Not that I don't enjoy this. Whew. I tell ya. Haste, haste. Big old finesse for the giant defend. Haste. And I'm actually going to use a small block here just to prevent the enemy from removing my two thing. There. The 2 thing that's there. Let's haste and then Balestra. I guess I'll sift, getting into Balestra. The fun thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to kill the Awakened one before I kill either of the cultists. Hell, I'm not even going to touch him. Good amount of block, though. From a single defend at this point in time, I mean... love it. And Balestra. Got him to run away. Love it. Heart time. 1301. Oh. Ah, yes. I mean, what do I even do at this point? Just upgrade to defend, I guess? Actually, I'm going to Toka defend. Because the enemy is going to put... that is to say, the enemy in the final position, the heart, is going to put 3 statuses into our deck. Sorry, 5 statuses into our deck, but 2 of them exhaust. The Void and the Dazed. Whereas the other 3 don't. Right? Wound, Burn, and... Slimed. But I can burn the slime myself, but I could also just leave it in my hand. Because I will have 2 hastes burnt out of the deck. Yeah, I'll still be able to do the whole thing. It's fine. It's fine. Just need to make sure of that. Finesse. Is it finesse? Finesse does become a problem with the sifts. But also... Well, if we fill up our hand, we can just play finesses until we're fully defended forever. Somehow I don't think it's going to be necessary, though. Call it a hunch. Master of Strategy is fine. Just make sure that my opening hand is always ridiculously large. It's not necessary, but it's not a problem either. I guess unless it gets hit by a Sift. Ooh, good Balestra. Bad Master of Strategy. Okay. I will defend, finesse. Picking up a Dex up. Then... Haste, haste, sift. Picking up a finesse. It's fine though, because now I haste and then I just finesse for the defense. Unfortunately, burns. There's a card missing. Oh, there it is. Haste, finesse. Balestra is not lethal anymore. I'll go for this medium block. Haste once more, and then Heroism at the very end. We're set up for the Balestras now. Right. This is looking pretty good for the Balestras right now. Goodbye. And Warbane upon pick up upgrade to random skills as well as Inspiration 100. I don't think I'm going to need that for some reason here. Master of Strategy. And oh, both haste in the hand. Wow, Dex Potion, Speed Potion, Speed Potion. I'm just going to haste and then haste. Sift my way down into the rest of the hastes if I can. I think I might haste here, and then I'll finesse, and then... I don't know. I'm feeling spicy, might do a haste. Balestra is now extremely lethal always. But I don't have 999 dex yet, and I've never had that, so... Oh no! I'm not going to be able to get it here either. Damned. What's even worth it if I'm not going to have every point of dex that ever existed? What's even the point? 728 dex is pretty good, though. So Balestra would literally instantly kill if it could. But it can't. I can only do 300 damage in a turn, so... Finesse for... That's some good block right there. And then attack again. And then next turn, I think I'll, Finesse, and then just molest her again. So... My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire modded. That's been the Bard. And as it turns out, it didn't take me long to find the thin deck archetype. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.